in that scene, and he showed
Mm-hmm.
some guile, and he showed some almost a mean, deceptive side, which I think you need on your hockey team if you're playing
No,
mutants.
if you want to get it done right, you got to have a little bit of grit.
Yeah, and this kid's got it.
To quote the Goon, with a little bit of mustard on it.
Yeah. So I don't know. And then he destroys this lady's kitchen. He's like, "Yeah, your kitchen was destroyed. Michael must have done it, or whoever the intruder must have done it." He's a smart kid. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I appreciate it. He's a tough player. We'll get some JGL in there. When he gets older, he could be a good skater too. I think he'd be solid. All right, who's your second pick?
My next pick is Sub-Zero from The Running Man. Because you don't build a stalker gimmick after a hockey player unless you love the game.
Yes.
Like a next level love for the game. So we have a guy here who has no problem spilling blood and has a love for hockey like no other. And I think you put him in net because he's clearly the goalie. And I think he's never going to let anything go by, either from skill or intimidation.
Yeah, you're very right. So if someone said, Mark, you just have to do this. If you don't become an enforcer on our shows, your cats are toast. I would become an enforcer on a TV show, hands down, because I'd protect my cats.
Right.
And Megan's hands down anyway, but yeah. But what I'm saying is, if they Mark, pick a gimmick. So I would just become like the boxer or something, because I'm no good with anything else. But I wouldn't just be like, put me on roller skates. Because I don't want people on national television seeing me biff, because I can't skate. So this guy has to have all the skills in the world because everyone's watching him. That's a great point, man.
Yeah, no, I think Sub-Zero is actually maybe going to be the MVP of the game.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's going to block everything.
Yep.
All right, so my next one is, I think this one's going to become moot. All right, but because we got some enforcers, but I was going to take Jason from Jason X. Because he has the hockey mask, he's uber Jason, he has the nanobites in him. But just
I love that movie.
I know, it's
so
good.
Much.
It's so good. But imagine him as because hockey players nowadays, they get up to 6'9". They're 270, 6'9". So if we had him on the ice, we know how magical he is too. I watched the remake of. I have a date. I'm gonna write a data post whenever I get time. I got to finish up a bunch of things. But my next data post is on the Friday the 13th remake. Jason's an athlete.
Oh, absolutely, especially in that remake.
Yeah, I mean, I have a post that's gonna blow everyone's mind. Probably not like 8 people's minds, but that's worth it. But
I'm excited. He's
an athlete, so I want him skating around, just being the enforcer on the ice. I mean, I don't think he'd be. I think if there was a power play, if someone got off and he was just put him in front of the goal, help Sub-Zero out, and just no one's getting past him. He could help knock that power play out, the advantage, until they got their player back.
Absolutely.
No questions
asked.
No one's fighting him.
Yeah. No, I think we're on the same page for how we're doing it. My next one is going to take some explaining, but I'm okay with that. It's Michael Scott from The Office.
Oh, no.
So here's the thing about Michael Scott. He's a blithering idiot.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. However, the very few things he's good at, he's exceptional at. And so, like, for some reason, he can sell. He's a salesman. And I think the whole crux of his character was he was promoted out of a job he was good at to a job he was awful at as the regional manager of Dunder Mifflin. But in 2 separate episodes, he's seen skating. So there's that, like at like his birthday party, he has a skating party and he comes out in a full hockey equipment, like decked out, and he's just skating around. And people are like, "Whoa, Michael's actually really good at skating." Like 4 or 5 people make a comment about that. And then later on, when he's breaking up with Jan, or they're at like Jan's deposition, they're like, "What do you like about Michael?" And she says, "He has very many good qualities. He's an excellent hockey player." And it's the only positive thing she can say about him at all.
Oh.
So I imagine he's like this savant level hockey player.
You kind of need him. Well,
And he would be the opposite of intimidating. He'd be so unassuming that people would not be scared of him, and then he'd just destroy all comers.
and if he was on a bus with all Jason and this vampire and Sub-Zero, he would make it work.
Yeah.
He would try.
Absolutely.
I like that. That's a very good pick. Never mind. I'll save it for another pod when Megan's here so we can team up on you. All right, so,
Is it like British Office versus American Office?
we'll save it. We'll save it until Megan's here, so I have backup. All right, so for me, I just want her to drop the bomb on you because I remember the Steve Rogers reaction. I love that. But but I'm gonna pick Marv from Home Alone 2.
Okay.
All right, so the reason I'm picking him is he has a skating scene from Home Alone 2 where he's in New York and he's skating. Not the best skater, but
right.
While he's skating over to Pesci, I think it's Marv. Yeah, Marv. While he's skating over to Pesci, he is stealing hats, scarves, mittens. He's basically stealing everything and nobody notices. He is so good that he can steal from people while skating. Also, we know that he's indestructible. We talked about this on the podcast when we did it. Either his Earth has less gravity or he's superhuman. So he joins our team and he gets checked accidentally by Jason or the vampire attacks him. He will survive. So he can take shots. Also, I just think out here, I think he would have a weird wily veteran. He wouldn't give you many plays, but if you put him on the ice for a little bit, he could come up with some magic. He could steal the puck or he could do something stupid. But you just know he's going to be alive at the end of it because these games are going to be brutal.
No, I think you've nailed it. And the name of our team could be the Sticky Bandits.
Yes, they could.
That's a great team name.
The Mountain Burgers.
The Mountain Burgers. That's the actual, like, our arena will have a food, right? It's like, come down to see the Sticky Bandits play and eat your Mountain Burger while you do it. Like that's going to be the end all and be all.
You and I have covered a lot of cold movies lately.
We have almost too many. How many more picks do you have, Mark?
I have 4.
Yeah, that's what I've got left.
All right, cool. What do you got for us?
Buddy the Elf from Elf.
Superpowered.
So we know he is genetically a human, correct?
Yeah.
Right? Like
he's not a human.
No, he was born a human.
Oh yeah.
So he will pass the urine tests, the drug test. But we also saw him in a snowball fight.
Oh my gosh.
So he just seems to have this weird Christmas magic power to do anything winter related at another level. So I imagine putting a pair of skates on him. He wouldn't even wear hockey pads. He'd just go out there in his elf uniform and just destroy.
No one would hit him.
No. And if they did, he'd be like, "Oh, thank you, Merry Christmas," and he'd get up with a smile, and people would be confused by him in all the wrong ways.
I think the doping agencies would be testing him every day, just curious as to how the heck he could do what he does.
Right.
And he would always pass because he doesn't dope.
Yeah, they're like, he's got no steroids in him at all. Lots of syrup, lots of peppermint, but no steroids whatsoever.
Yeah, the way he eats, he should not be as healthy as he is. But no one can peg him for anything.
Right.
Like, even when they try to do loopholes, they can't get him. Yeah, that makes 100%. Me happy. All right, so
100%.
I did this one for you because I figured you'd probably like it. But I did Ghost from Pathfinder.
Oh,
nice. Played by Carl Urban.
Yes.
Because we know he's good at hiding. We know he's good in cold temperatures. He's good at sliding on things. He's good in cold water. He's a very good fighter. And, I mean, he can survive anything while it's cold, and he can defeat Vikings while being frozen. So,
why did we not talk about Carl Urban from Outlander during our 13th Warrior podcast?
Because we're saving it. We're saving for Herb. We got the Herb coming up.
Oh, we got the Herb coming up.
Yeah. We got a big Herb conversation going on.
I'm very excited about that.
But I just had to open this up for you a little bit just to say Carl Urban, Ghost, because he goes through a lot in this movie. And I think
movie is relentless.
There are some skaters where there are some movie characters where I feel that you could just put skates on them and they would figure it out. Carl Urban's Ghost is there already.
He figures out how to use a Viking sword when he has no right to figure out how to use a Viking sword.
And now just put on skates. He's fine.
No, I love that. I love that.
All right, who you got next?
Next, I have a no-brainer, but I would just get Happy Gilmore on our team.
Oh yeah,
right.
I just love the character.
That's the thing. He can just sit on the bench if he wants, but I just want him to be around our guys. Because he loves hockey. He just wants to play so badly. And I look at the openings. Did you notice that Happy Gilmore stole the opening from Youngblood? With the 8mm film?
Just shooting, yeah. With this, Wow. Yeah,
so they stole that from Youngblood, which is great. But at the beginning of Happy Gilmore, when he tries out and just everyone laughs him off the rink, I want to be like, you know what? No, we want you. And just have somebody want Happy Gilmore. Oh, I think that would change his life.
Foster it for him. And so, I did Adam Sandler shampoo and conditioner invitational on the Movie Some of the Flicks Facebook. And I rated all the Sandler movies according to Tomato Meter, and then I did a tournament bracket. And so Happy Gilmore edged out Wedding Singer in the final. So we'd have a big market for it.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, I just love that character.
No, exactly. I would go for a Happy Gilmore sequel right now.
I got a really weird one for you right now.
Okay.
Faith Minton from Sudden Death. So Faith Minton is the henchman. She's the henchman who dresses up in the penguin outfit. And I know she perishes, but she takes it to Jean-Claude Van Damme while having 20% visibility.
Yeah. That is you didn't even need to explain why you picked her. I was just like 100% yes. If you can take
it to, it's the best siege hockey movie ever made. But if you can take it to Jean-Claude Van Damme with 20% of your vision and padding on your fists and legs, you're legit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, so my next pick is maybe the least exciting pick of us our whole night, but I think it's the most logical, which is Coach Bombay from the Mighty Ducks.
Oh.
So Coach Bombay from Mighty Ducks 1 before he blows his knee out in the second movie. But so he's still got skill. He still is a dynamite player, but he has like the coach leadership ability as well. Mm-hmm. Because we've brought a lot of chess pieces to this team. We need a mastermind to move them properly.
They need a coach.
And I think Coach Bombay is the guy who in the 11th hour can slap on a pair of skates and come on the ice with his team. But until then, he can just kind of like move those pieces around.
He could do it too.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. I like that a lot. All right. So my next one is Red from Dead Snow 2, Red vs. Dead. And the Dead Snow is about Nazi zombies fighting, I believe, Swedish or Norwegian. It's a Swedish or Norwegian film. And the sequel, this guy gets his arm ripped off, and he gets it replaced with a zombie, like the lead zombie arm. And it's that arm that crushes skulls, and it can grab people's heads and squeeze it off. And he could just he'll punch someone's head against a truck and it'll explode. But he survives the ice, right? He survives the zombie attack, and then he has a crazy arm. So imagine him playing hockey.
Incredible. And that almost dovetails into my next pick.
Nice.
Who is the Winter Soldier?
Oh, gosh.
Because being the Winter Soldier, he's been trained to survive in all winter conditions.
Oh, he better be.
So he's going to be a dynamite skater. No questions asked.
With that crazy arm?
He's got the crazy arm. He's got the super soldier serum. There's nothing he can't do, but also we can just program plays into his head. Like there's no like, oh, you tried it and didn't work. It's just, we would just say like blue line, hockey stick, tape, helmet, Youngblood, goon. it was like his code words, and he'd go into like win the game mode.